Hello there, welcome to JonnyBuildz. I'm your host Johnny, and here we are at the end of the Voltron build. We got the black line to do and his shield and sword, and put it all together and form Voltron. So we're gonna, because this bag is significantly bigger than the other ones, the black line's probably about twice as big as like the blue or the yellow line, so think of both of them together. Hey, Mech Ops Studios, how you doing tonight? Good to see you. We're gonna get started right away. So I have to get my timer continuing. 3, 2, well, we're at 2 hours, 40 minutes, 31 seconds right now. So we're gonna continue from there. Go, here we go, 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 go. That's good, good to hear. So what are you up to tonight, Mech Ops? Keeping out of trouble? Now this will be interesting because there's a lot of pieces here to fit into this small space, so let's see how it goes. I gotta go slow. Make sure I don't spill any. I think we're good. I'm surprised that I actually did that pretty well. Got my one cord here a little bit in the way, so I'm trying to spread it out a little bit, because this is going to be a challenge trying to find everything. So, I'm going to put that out to the side because that's special and it's only got one of those. What'd you have for dinner? Just to ask. I'm trying to remember what the thing was called that I had that was for dinner. Work on exosuit because you totally didn't forget about it, right? Sure you didn't. All right, so here we go. We're gonna get started. So I took this apart last night so that I could build it, obviously, and make sure all the pieces are here. And there were actually a few pieces missing, and there were a couple parts that I did not take apart because I was worried that it might not come apart very well. Is the microphone, can you hear good? I put it in a different spot. I had it over here last week, and I have it up top here, so don't know how it's gonna work. Salmon with a pesto sauce and some asparagus. Ooh, that sounds really good, actually. I'm not a big salmon person, but I do like some fish. And this is a lot of pieces all in a small space. I'm definitely gonna have to spread these out a bit. There's that last piece. I sound fine? Good, all right. So I put up the microphone up in a slightly different spot. Oh, and of course I dropped a piece. I gotta start over. So I was hoping that that would help with the sound and everything. One of the reasons why I think it was a little bit crackly last week, where it started to be, is because normally when I'm at home, I'm doing this, my setup is quite a bit different. So normally the setup is, my laptop is like way down and my microphone is actually up above because I have a standing desk that I use. And last week I had them kind of beside each other, so I think the fan noise might have been initially coming in. So I put the microphone up top, kind of like almost like how it is at home. So hopefully that helps out. All right. So with this small space, it's going to be interesting finding pieces sometimes. So hopefully we can. It's part of the challenge, though, right? Part of the challenge. I'm trying to remember what exactly I had for dinner, what it was called. Put those up there out of the way, just because they're bigger plates. I can't think for the life of me what it was. Those aren't until the end. That's important for later. These are really cool pieces. It's like the glowy gold pieces and silver and stuff like that. You are noticing a little bit of crackling. Okay. No. Not much I can do about that right now, so unfortunately. we are past the point of no return. So I don't know what more I could do to adjust it to make it work any better. So I did notice as I was taking this apart though last night that this thing is a very, very solidly built. I mean, it's a lion, but I mean, like, it is very solidly built, and which means it's well designed and everything, which is really awesome. So here we go, looking for one piece amongst all of them. Oh, that's gonna go up top, up there, out of the way. Well, you said it's a tiny bit, so I would hope it's not much. And hopefully with the music in the background, it's not bad. Unless it's just the pieces that you hear. I go up there. Alright, where is this one piece? That goes up there. We'll need that. I do need this. That's gonna go on top right there. And then I gotta build a thingy. Oh, I'm gonna need that. Well, I'm gonna start building the thingy while I look for the other piece too. So you're working on your exosuits, you said. What else is keeping you busy these days? Very, very, very small space to do this in. And whatever happens, like, I'm building until this is done. I gotta get this finished. Where did I put that other one? That goes there. Oh, put it there. There's one. Okay. Games and YouTube is what's keeping you busy. Games and YouTube. What kind of games? What games are you playing right now? Thanks everyone that's tuned in, by the way. Hope you're having a good night. This is the last of the lions. And also we will be building the accessories, which is the sword and shield once we get him done. The black lion is quite large, so lots of pieces, as you can see. More than, I think it's more pieces than the yellow and blue lions combined, and they're the bigger of the other lions. So, aha, there we go. There's that. Blue. There are some pieces missing. There are a couple of these that were missing that the guy did. So I'm gonna have to substitute or just figure out a way to make it work without when we get to that point. So but that is life. I'll have to replace those pieces later. Surprised I can't find the other one of these, and before I can continue I need to find it. I mean, it's a bigger piece, but oddly enough it's buried somewhere. Like under some stuff. Minecraft, that's actually a game I've never played myself. I've seen plenty of people play it and do some interesting things with it, but yeah, I've never played Minecraft myself, which, you know, it's just not my style of game. My one niece, shout out to Malaya, my one niece loves to play it. She loves dragons in Minecraft. That's like her big thing. Special piece, go over there. is that piece? This is really kind of odd. That has to go on, but I have to finish this first. And there should be two of them. I mean, I took this thing apart. I am really confused. Unless it fell. I don't think it did. Well, a purple did. Wouldn't be one of those. First one I found pretty easy. But that one... it's almost like it's not even here. Which is, like I said, kind of odd. Should be. And I don't dare put in... I'm pretty sure I had this, unless I didn't put it in the wrong bag. No, that one's way too long. That's the only one there. That's the sword and shield. I'm really confused. What happened here? No. 8 long. That goes in the front. Let's do that. We'll put that in the front. This goes here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do there. I'm just looking right at it and not realizing, which I have done before, but like I see all the enough of the pieces to know what size they are. Drop that one. Yeah, this is really confusing. I'm gonna leave it there and ignore it for the time being. I can't ignore it forever, but yeah, I'm gonna ignore it for the time being and continue on. That's just really bizarre. I know I took that apart. I remember when I did that. What do I have it over there? It's a 8x2 gray. And I don't think it's over there though. The goose keeps stealing your cursor. Well, that's your fault for installing the goose. Which sounds really funny whenever you think about it. A goose keeps stealing your cursor. Geese are mean, so again, you befriended them, so it's your fault. It is tough to keep the pieces on the table.
It's not in that bag?
No, it is not in this bag. I double checked, but the one that's a 2x whatever is a long one. So yeah, the rest of them are all small pieces. Really confusing. And I'm pretty sure when I took it apart, I had both. So we'll see what happens. It'll be part of the adventure. Geese are mean and they like to play tricks on people, so you be careful with that goose. If I want, I can temporarily, oh, you can temporarily evict him. You might have to. Alright. So So the black lion has a brain. There's the pink. Oh, I see your head. Yeah, check under there. Under the whole thing. If it's not there, then it's not there. So I don't know where it is. Oh well. Continuing on. So that's a 3. That's a long. I'll find it and then I'll be like, ugh, I gotta take all this off and put it back on. Really bizarre. That's not over there. Where it is, I don't know. It is an agent of chaos, so yeah, that's why it wants to. It's trying to prove its point. Silver. Silver is important for later. This goes there. How's everyone doing tonight? Hope you're having a good night. Busy putting things together for Voltron, the black line. See? Voltron has a brain. He's got pink in him too. Just like Star Wars sets do. And the cool thing is too, like they have lots of colors in here as you're building, which helps kind of set things apart, make it a little bit easier to see where you're putting things. Otherwise, it could be quite the pain. Different piece. That piece goes there. Take both of those out so they're out of the way. Well, you need to show that goose who is boss. Next time, I don't know, think of different companions, I guess. Okay, we need one more of these hanging down. It's definitely harder to do something like this with all the pieces out, searching for it. Well, don't mess with the honk. The honk is important to the goose. This is the second week here in Florida. We'll be here one more week and then head home. Ha, there it is. Of course, we gotta do 2 back here too. Whoop. and the colors are fun to be able to do. What piece was this that I dropped? A little tiny piece. Oh, that's a very important piece. Put that up there, out of the way. All right, 2 more of these. Oh, this will go up top, out of the way. Tiny beam. One of those. So yeah, here for 3 weeks total. So different environment for sure. So tomorrow, and this is on my, it's on the ending thing, but tomorrow is another review of Lego Masters, episode 6, the Batman episode. Tomorrow with Krista and Marcella at 8 o'clock. So like it's been the last couple weeks, it just worked out that way. So come enjoy that, and we have interesting things happened this. Interesting things happened on this episode. So we're definitely going to talk about that. Our I would say somewhat of a fan, at least us favorite. We'll talk about who got kicked off, and you know, kind of the implications of that sort of thing. Ooh, that's still stuck on there. So, ooh. There is not much room here. So yeah, it'll be a good discussion. Talk about how the episode went. If you haven't seen it, there will be spoilers. So just warning you, there will be spoilers. But it was a good episode. It really was. I mean, like some ones, you know, had to be kicked off. And it's just unfortunate how, at least from my perspective, it's unfortunate who got let go, because overall I think they have very good building ability. It's just this was not their time to shine, and it unfortunately showed, and it affected the end result completely. So. But it was still a good episode, it really was. Alright, I need 2 1x1 grays. This will be fun to find. Later. More snot bricks. Once we get a lot of this base done, then it'll be easier to spread things out a little bit. Oh, more silver. Get that up out of the way. Another snot brick. So, yeah, it was I thought it was a really good episode. A lot of definitely a lot of challenge and everything. So, like I said, that'll be tomorrow at 8 o'clock, and we'll see how long the discussion goes for. There might be a lot to talk about. So, all right. So I don't need that for the next part. So I'm just gonna continue on. Wait a minute, something's not right. Oh no, I was flipped the wrong way. So while I look for those 1x1s that are really small, and they're the only ones here, as I look for them, I'm gonna move on to the next part. 1x4 blue for here. There it is. There's that piece right there. It was right in front of me, but it was covered. So now I gotta get this stuff out of the way, and well, that one was easy. I was like, I knew it was here. I just didn't know where. I don't know why I couldn't see it. It was right in front of me. I'll try to do this without taking off too much. Oh, I'm gonna have to take off all of that. That's not so bad though. There we go. At least he'll be solid. That was funny. Really just kind of bizarre that I could not see that right there. But that's what happens sometimes. Okay, there we go. Back together. Muddy footprints on your screen. See, you need to do something with that goose. Put him out to pasture. In the nicest way possible. Well, no, don't be nice. It's a goose. Geese are mean. We're looking for 2 1x1s before we go to the next page, because I think we're going to start covering this is important. That's the only one. And a little star. That'll be later. There's one of them. So as I was taking this apart, it was kind of cool because it was, you know, I haven't, like, once I built my Voltron that's at home, I never took it apart. And as I was taking this one apart, I kind of really appreciated, like, the way they designed it. It's not my favorite because I think they could have done it a little bit differently, but it's not what they chose to do. And I'll explain whenever we get to that point. But like the way they designed it to all work and stuff, complicated, but so well done. Just awesomely done. Well, yeah, because you installed it and you gave him the reins of power, and so he's just gonna keep on keeping on. He won't let you turn him off. I don't know why you think he would. Alright, there's the other 1x1. Fighting all the silver pieces, which is good. I will need those. That's enough for a little bit. Where's this 1x1? Found one 1x1. Where's the other? It's probably the only other one. Nope, that's not it. I thought it was, but nope. I was wrong. right there. Yeah, well, of course, yeah, you don't need more than one goose. One is already enough. But hey, that's your choice, you know. If you choose to add another, then you get, you know, you deserve everything that comes to you. I know I'm gonna need that pretty soon, so we'll pull that there. Alright, let's go to the next part of the instructions and see. Oh, no, see, I need to cover it already, so. Alright, so we can cover this one because that fits. Another silver. One of these, whoop. One of those goes right there. Go. There's Voltron's mouth. Kind of funny to have that by itself. There's another one of those. Now we gotta find. We definitely have to have that one by one here, but fit this on for the time being and then put it on there. There's a little bit of a gap for the moment while we do the rest. All right. More small pieces. Hey, found that. Nope, nope, that's not what we need. Found those, which is good. Piece of paper or styrofoam or something in there. To get that out later. Oh, that's important. Did I drop something? Nope, not yet. These two little 1x1 flats. There's one of those. So these go together over here. One goes there. That side. I'm gonna get the other side. I'm actually going to check the bag, make sure there isn't a little piece stuck in the corner. There is not. Makes sense to try that. Oh, alright. I didn't look closely at them, but like, are the knee joints, like, are they... one of the things I don't like about the Star Wars mechs is the knees do not move. They're solid. They're at a 90-degree angle, but they're solid. Do yours move? I wasn't sure. It's okay if they don't, but just curious. Yours move? Okay, that's cool. You need all the mobility. Yeah, well, exosuits, that's kind of what they're designed for, is to be mobile, you know, body armor. That's what they are designed for. These purples go there. Well, again, you brought it on yourself. It's hard to find really, really small pieces. It is its own challenge, just searching for the pieces that are needed. Yeah, there's small gear up here. Purple. This will be needed later. There it is. Cool. All right. So we'll be able to move on from this spot, and then whenever I find that little 1 by 1, we'll throw it in there. It doesn't get covered a whole ton. It does some. But add on some smoothie bits. Yep, I just picked that up without even realizing. That's what I needed though. Well, at least he's nice sometimes. It just depends. I mean, Goose approved is important stuff. Alright, let's flip this over. Got a bunch of snot bricks to put on. A lot of snot bricks here, and a bunch of these red. These all get pushed down and put together, and then covered on the outside. It's like I said, it's a very complex and well put together piece. Even though I'm not 100% on their technique for how the legs work, which again, we'll get to that. But overall, it's really well designed. And probably just for like the stiffness of everything, this is why they did it this way. Yeah. Nope. That's not it. Nope. Another silver. Silver go up there. Away. Black 1x3 is what I'm looking for. There it is. Speak and ye shall find. Alright, now we need 2x4. Nope, these are 3. 2x4 tiles. Again, that's a 3. go. Oh, we're still on the bottom. Just a couple big pieces to kind of join stuff together. As we remove pieces, it'll get easier to find stuff, which is nice. And then I'm gonna hopefully start flying through. And nope, that one's not long enough. There's a longer black one by. Is it? I think so. Yep. So this is an interesting, I'm going to put that over to the side. So this is an interesting little apparatus we're building right here. This is the way that the wings actually connect on. Wait, let me think. Is this the wings? I can't remember for sure. Again, it's a very complicated build, and again, their techniques are very interesting, and I know it took a lot of time to figure out how they were going to make everything so it all fit together, joined together. All the different components were showing the way they're supposed to. Let's see, where's the little hinge part? Yeah, I believe this is where the wings connect into. But because there are parts that are like the Lego bricks go one way and then they go another way, everything kind of fits a little bit goofy and slides past each other and stuff. So that's why they have this little piece that we're building here. There it is. So this little hook, it's going to grab onto, and go. Then that other pieces are going to slide past. Goes up there. Oh yeah, and this is where we start layering things so that the colors look right. This part I actually had to replace initially, so it's like I remember dealing with this before. That goes there. Oh, 6 goes there. 6 by 1. Goes there. These 2 black ones go here. Nice that those 2 were right beside each other. It is already getting a little bit easier to see pieces, which is good. The wrong 1x6. The gray 1x6. And still need that gray 1x1. It's not absolutely necessary. I will find that eventually. There's the other purple. I need 4 of those a little bit later. So I'm looking for an inverted gray. There it is. Talk about it and it appears. Kind of funny how that works. I still need this 6x1. Where did that go? Oh, there it is. Way back here. Okay, there we go. Alright, before I get too far, let me see if I can find that 1x1 now. I think I dropped it. I'm finding this red 1x1, but that's not what I need. Of course. There's that silver. That actually will be coming up pretty quickly, I think. I will eventually find it, and again, it is not imperative that it goes in now. It doesn't get hidden, but I'm just kind of seeing if I could. Oh, there it is. It's right in front of me. Of course it is. So before we, it's always that way. Well, try not to move your cursor, and then he won't be obsessed with it. Alright, just a thought. Alright, so we're starting to this is the torso of Voltron, and also the back legs of Voltron. So this is like a very hardcore piece, so to speak. Very sturdy. That up there. Oh wait, I think I need. Nope, it's a 2x1. Nope, that is one right there. 2x1, and the other 2x1 goes there. Another inverted piece. Yeah, it's like I said, it's a really neat design. It's solid. It's kind of cool too because like it's not any one of the Voltrons. Like so the one that I'm most familiar with is the original, but I also recently was watching, when it was out on Netflix, DreamWorks had Legendary Defender, which was a really well done series, and this is kind of a combination of the two, between the original and Legendary Defender. And I think it works well. Definitely works well. I like it. I think it's cool. important later. I need one more of these 1x3s for both a gray and black. Oh, there's the black one. That was going to be the harder of the two to find, and there it was. So perfect. One more 1x3 gray. Yeah, Legendary Defender was a really good, like the series, the way they designed it and had the computer animation along with the regular, you know, standard, I guess you could say, animation was, it was very, I mean, like there were a couple times when you could see like the difference between the two, and it wasn't as seamless, but most of the times it was, and it looked really good. It was really well done how they combined the two. All right, let's see. Where is that gray? Oh, I gotta stretch my leg. I will come back to it. So the buffer wheel, put that aside for a moment. Focus on doing these. I haven't seen any buffering, but on my end, I won't see it anyway, because it's, you know, it's 1-to-1 essentially. So sorry if it does buffer. I don't think there's any storms happening right now, but you never know. So this, there we go. The internet here is not as good as my internet at home also, so I mean, if you do get some buffering, I apologize. It is what it is. Go. All right, we finally finished that. So that was bag 7 essentially. So, all right. The funny thing is like they have it so that like you do the black line kind of in between two of the, like you do the yellow and blue lines first, and then you do the black line, and then you do the arms. You do the red and green, and I didn't want to do it that way, so it's kind of out of order, but you know, so be it. Now this, I believe I am missing the wing piece here, which I don't understand how this set was missing that piece, but it is. So this other wing piece, this set is missing, so I'm gonna have to put it on some other time. Oh, no. So which one is it missing? I'm confused. Cornfused. There we go. Alright, now we're going to put this aside. We're going to actually tuck it in over here. You can still see it. And we're going to build this. What's this? What's this? Again, the coloring that they use with this whole build is pretty cool and interesting too. There's some variety. So like the left, or this side, I guess technically it's the left side. We build it completely different than the opposite side because I don't know reasons. But like we build like this little thing here. I don't know whether it's to get extra pieces or what in the piece count. And then when you could easily have just put this there. That's the way they do it, so I don't know. No rhyme or reason as to why, it's just what they chose to do. So we'll put these on. These are for the front legs. Yeah, it is. It's a very interesting color combo. And I mean, most of it gets hidden, obviously, but like, yeah, it's just weird. Now there is for the back legs, whenever we do those, there is a spot that's blue and a spot that's yellow, because those are, you know, those indicate, you know, which, you know, lion goes into what leg. So that's done purposely. But this just seems really random. I mean, I'm sure there's a reason for it, but it still seems a little random. Like why they would do that. Because they do it further up too. Maybe it's to indicate, you know, which leg, but I don't see how. But here, same thing. We're gonna put on red and blue. So red is going to be on this side and blue is going to be on the opposite side, which again, this is for the front legs. It's red and green. So I don't know. just odd choices. And I think this is, again, it depends on which way it's oriented. But I think this is the green side, so again, I don't know. But it's what they chose to do. They chose to throw in different colors and put them in odd spots. Makes it interesting. It's a talking point, I guess. Here, because we got snot brick heaven coming up pretty soon. Oops, stay on there very well. They also did some interesting things. This is kind of where I got the idea for some of my things. Actually, no, I didn't get it from here, but this is kind of technique that I've used in the past, and in fact I used it most recently in my Star Wars logo. Is using headlights as snot bricks. They do that in the next step, as you can see, and it's kind of different that they do, because normally they use, I mean, they have plenty of snot bricks, but for whatever reason they decided to use headlights backwards as the snot bricks. So it's kind of interesting that they chose to do that. Definitely different. Wait, no. Is that the piece I needed? No, I need a gray 1x3 still. Goes on that, finishes that up. Still something to be on the lookout for. Be on the lookout. there. Those are necessary later. Not quite yet. It is really hard to see black pieces. This is a dark brown desk, so it makes it very, very interesting. If you hear other Legos being built, my wife is building a set in the background. That will be necessary later. Drop that piece. Looking for a 2x1. There it is. See? So there we go. Have our yellow headlights backwards snot brick things. Just goofy that they did it this way, but that's what they chose to do. Alright. No 1x1s. Color choices are interesting. Hey Ben, how you doing? We are working on kind of the second part of Voltron. The black line here. And again, weird that we did headlights as snot bricks, but backwards. It's kind of weird. The whole, everything they do for the black line is kind of backwards and goofy, but it works out in the end. It's kind of fun. Right now we're making the upper torso. This is what they use. This is what connects the front legs together, or to the rest. There we go. What are you up to tonight, Ben? What are you working on? Did you have dinner? By now, I would assume you had dinner by now, right? There were other people here, just no one's talking. That's okay. And that's alright, you're the star of the show, so. Oh, you just watched? Alright, so you just watched Lego Masters. We are going to be talking with Krista and Marcella tomorrow at 8 o'clock about it. And the, to me, definitely one of the fan favorites, and the disappointment, unfortunately. There will be lots of things to discuss. Unfortunate how it ended, but it just unfortunately wasn't a strong one for them, because they are strong builders. So yeah, that was a tough one. There's a lot to discuss, but it was a good episode. It was a well, that's because you're building. All right, so this is, like I said, this is where we connect the wings, and again, backwards headlights for snot bricking. And then we're gonna put these in here so that the wings can go on later. Again, the setup for this is really bizarre. And it goes this way, so like this, so that the wings actually have something to go into. It's odd how this all works out, but then other things connect into here. Like the way they designed this is just nuts. Yeah, it was a good episode. Rough in some ways, but it was a good episode, I thought. And we kind of predicted how things were going to go there at the end. Just based on what was happening, we guessed the choices pretty accurately, and actually it was kind of cool that they well, again, we'll talk about it tomorrow. So I am missing a 2 left. Maybe. Interesting. I know I have replacements of those, but it's odd that I'm missing one. I don't recall that I was missing one. Or did they use a gray in place? This is interesting. Oh, really? Yeah. You could just look at it and just be like, yeah, it wasn't going to. It just wasn't going to flow, and especially whenever, especially when the function itself failed. That was kind of like, I guess you could say, the nail in the coffin, so to speak. I don't want to talk about it too much now, but yeah, it was. I agree. It was tough. I think that's supposed to be blue, but that one's supposed to be blue also. I'm gonna scroll up real quick. Yeah, that is definitely blue. I can't really skip that part, unfortunately. So I'm gonna steal the blue from the bottom, and ooh. Oh, and of course I drop it too. Yeah. Well, I mean, you can rely on a power function if it functions properly, and like they can be tricky to do. Like, and if you're unsure about it, then yeah, you just say no. But yeah, it was because the other contestants, obviously, they did power functions too. So yeah, it has burned 2 teams. You're right. Yeah. So that's definitely something we'll be talking about tomorrow. It was still, I mean, overall, I think the challenge was a good one. Lots of good designs that were successful. Just unfortunately, theirs was not. But they still did well. So this is the reason for the reverse snot bricking, is so that you can put these on, so that you can put everything, because this is going to go on top sideways. It's so goofy how this whole set is designed, but it works well together. So you put these things there so that you can have, so you do, again, reverse snot bricking, so it all fits together. It's so nuts. And again, it's with headlights. It's not with snot bricks either, because snot bricks don't have the they don't have the back open like the headlights do. So this is the first time I've ever seen this done. And I kind of used a similar idea whenever I put my Lego logo together, or my Star Wars logo together, and it worked out pretty cool. And again, so this is weird. So left side we put on a 1x2. Right side we build a goofy different color. Like, we're doing red on one side and blue on the other, when you've got a red line and a green line. I don't understand the logic behind this, but it's what we're doing. 1x2 red. Not a tile. I'll put this on there for the moment. Oh, there it is, right in front of me. Of course, always is. Yeah, power functions can be dangerous. But when it works well, I mean, like it, you know, it's impressive. And you can do a lot with it. Two 3x1s. So again, the black pieces are really hard to find sometimes in this. The 3x1s, there should only be a couple left, so it's kind of tough. So that's the other thing too about this, the whole competition aspect is sometimes you have to, because I mean the judges constantly say that, it's like, hey, you know, step outside your wheelhouse, you know, try it, you know, because that's part of it is growth. At the same time, you know, you're trying to make yourself be, you know, better than the other, you know, the other existing teams and stuff, and like, you know, make yourself kind of stand out a bit. So sometimes you take risks and they don't pan out. Two 1x3s. Why can I not find them? I don't think I can skip those. Let's see what the next part is. another two headlights. Backwards also. And so everything can connect together. Exosuits are kind of, you know, they can be either way. They can either be bulky or not bulky. Just depends on what you're, you know, what you're gonna make with it, or how you want to make it. So, yeah. All right. Not those. There we go. So that goes there. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it, though. I mean, like, it's to you, it's a challenge to make it, you know, to make it work how you want it to work, and look, you know, look how you want it to look. So that's a, you know, that's always fun. It's odd that I'm missing those, but I was missing a piece before, and then I found it, and it was right in front of me. So let me look. No, it is. They were right in front of me, both of them. I hate that. Sometimes I just hate whatever that sort of thing happens. The color scheme is definitely unique. The upper chest for Voltron. These are going to be important later. I'm trying to move pieces over that I find so I can find them easily. are these corner pieces? Where are you? Nice thing is I'm getting rid of pieces, or using pieces, I can start pulling things out a little bit more into the light, and then I can see a little bit better. Not 100%. A little bit better. Yeah, we definitely will be talking more. We will be talking about all of this tomorrow night. So 8 o'clock my time. We will be talking with Krista and Marcella. It was funny too, because after the episode happened, I messaged the girls, and I was like, understandable, sad, and some other things, and Marcella was immediately like, Mike, like I kind of predicted, but at the same time, I got things to say. I was like, hey, that's good. It'll make for an interesting discussion. Oh, dropped a piece. Pick that piece back up. Found the piece I need though. Alright, this is actually the head, or the neck really, I guess you could say. This is where the head will be. This is the swivel section. Let's close that up, and then we're going to start to put the wings on, or the rest of the shoulders and the chest part, that everything that starts filling in a bit, looking cooler. This thing has so many hinges. Oh, where can you watch Lego Masters? Well, it should be on Hulu today. Yesterday it was on Fox. And so as far as I know, those are the only two places you can see Lego Masters. So if you want to see it, it's those two places. I'm sure someone has it on YouTube somewhere or whatever. But yeah, those are the two places. Hulu has it on now, and Fox has it as well. Alright, so this whole thing gets covered by a... Oh yeah, 2V? Alright, here we go. We're going to put it together. Ready? Let's form Voltron. It's going to be just right. There we go. So the two halves are together. This is the chest. This is the torso. And we're going to get to fill in here with all the cool bits. But first we got to connect everything. So you see how all the snot bricking is lined up right here. Put it all together so the halves stay together. There we go. Okay, and wait, missed it. What did I do? How did I go that far? So that's there. Oh no, alright, I'm right. Okay. Second guessing myself sometimes. This is how we cover over some of the stuff that we've done previous. And we're gonna do that snot brick. I don't think I have it up here. So this is a it's going to have one of these, and then so this is how, again, how things kind of fit together, how they do things backwards and goofy and stuff, and it works out. So nope, not that. Did I put it up here? I don't think so. I do not think so. There's one more snot brick black piece that's in here. Put him down for a second as I look. That one's too small, but we'll put it up there. I don't think I have it up here. Let's double check. I was kind of spreading things out, searching for stuff, separating it out as I went. Let's form Voltron, and the goose takes it away. The goose says no. Goose does not want Voltron. It's alright, too bad for the goose. Dark gray. That's definitely a black snot brick piece. But it's opposite from all the other ones we've done. Where is it? Where is it? There's definitely less pieces out, so shouldn't be too hard to find, but of course it is. Maybe it is up here. It is up there. Should have looked a little closer. So this goes here because, again, we've got this is how it fits in things. So now we get to flip it over. Wait, make sure I did everything there. Yep. So we flip it over. Now we get to start solidifying the front so it doesn't fall apart. There we go. Now we can start doing the patterns and things that are going to be on here that make it look pretty. Why he has a goose and why he cares about your cursor. Well, he installed it's part of, like, I don't know if you've heard of the goose game. There's a game where you are a goose and you have to, as a goose, figure out puzzles, and you like get to honk at people and yell at them and stuff, but you're trying to, it's almost like that cat game you play on the Switch. But the desktop goose is kind of a, it's kind of combined with that, similar. They basically took that goose, that annoying goose, and turned it into a desktop thing too. Oh wait, does that go? Oh yeah, I need that. So desktop goose is kind of like the same thing as the goose game, where he's just annoying, but he comes and he steals your stuff, makes it so you can't work. Which I guess you could almost sort of use as an excuse, use of an excuse. But like that would only work for so long. You'd be like, hey, get rid of that goose. And then the goose doesn't want to leave, and then you get fired because you can't work because the goose. Just a sad story. Oh, he drags memes onto your screen? Oh, jeez. No, dear, you do not need that. Well, this would be hard to find. There's a 1x1 tile that's black. That's going to be difficult. I may have to leave that go for a little bit. I found other tiles, but that one... Oh wait, never mind. Found it. Talk about it and you find it. And the two of the purples I put up here. And if you choose the memes, he gets angry and steals your cursor. So, like, yeah, the goose is evil. There's that special piece I set aside because I knew I would need it. Did I put it up there? Oh. This one's special because it has a groove in it. This is like very special. There. Here's Johnny. My theme music. Yay. So we're excuse me. We're building the fun stuff that goes in the chest that is all like ornamental and things. Come on. Other two purples. That's a good question. So if he steals it, where does he take it? Does he just move it to another part of the screen? Where's your cursor gone forever, and you just have to use DOS commands. That would be fun. Those of you that know DOS would have no problem. Most people do not. Most people did not grow up on DOS like I did. It's the white. Brick piece. No, I've seen it. That's a different one. That's a small one. It goes over there with the other one. There's the big one. Alright, so that with this. And whoop, nope, wrong. Other yellow. Hey, brick together, click together. How you doing, Keith? Good to see ya. We are working on Voltron, putting him together. This is the black lion. Once he's finished and we get his sword and shield done, then we're gonna do everything, put it together. I saw the pictures from the DC, or saw your little video from the DC display at the Pirates. That was pretty cool. You guys spread that out nicely. It worked out pretty good. Well done. Well done. And like I was saying, tomorrow is also, oh, that's gray, it's supposed to be white. Tomorrow is another interview with Krista and Marcella about this past Lego Masters episode. Oh, I'm gonna turn that because it's all tore up on the one side. Episode 6, it was quite interesting. It was good. It was Batman, so that's actually good. It goes with your DC stuff. So check it out tomorrow. So 90s. Oh wait, it's like they're doing back-to-back theme days. So 90s day. So what? Okay. So what are you gonna have for 90s day? What kind of stuff are you gonna have there? I guess you could have like Transformers. That would make sense. Even though they're 80s, they're also 90s. I mean, they've been around since they came out. So. Back to the Future was 80s. I'm just trying to think. Smurfs maybe? No, those were 80s to start. I guess it depends. Things that keep going though can be 90s, but I don't know. I would think that like you're trying to do stuff that came out in the 90s. So, oh, Pirates Lego set, some Disney stuff. Okay, all right, that's good. That makes sense. So I guess 90s would be like what? Beauty and the Beast. That'd be Aladdin. I think Little Mermaid was kind of the first. I don't have that. I think that was 80s. Might have been 90s. That might have all started in the 90s. All that stuff. I definitely have a replacement piece for that, but for some reason I cannot find the 2x1 that goes, or yeah, the 2x1 that goes here has the dot in the middle. Oh well. Lion King. Oh, Jurassic Park. Yeah. Home Alone. Hocus Pocus. Okay, yeah. All right. I was just trying to. For some reason, I was just blanking. I couldn't think of things that would come in the. Yeah. So. All right. So let's put that there. I know the coloring's a little bit off, but that's just what happens whenever you got all this brown. All right, let's get some block. Yeah, I couldn't think of it, but yeah, that makes sense. All right, cool. That'll be a fun. That'll be a good one. Sorry, I'm missing it. I got some stuff that would go with it. But unfortunately, we're not home, so we can't help you. What are you putting on? What did you want to? Did you get the turntable from Josh? What did you want to put on it? Oh, and I know what Ben's doing. Ben's getting ready for Brick Rodeo. That's this weekend, isn't it? No. Next week. No. This weekend? It's next weekend, right? Next weekend, I believe. Which will be a lot of fun. I expect to see some video from that. Some kind of stream. Oh, you put the bat. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. I don't remember seeing the turntable moving, so I wasn't paying attention to that. I was just looking at everything in the video, trying to figure out what all you had there. No, that's cool. And that's a perfect thing to put on there. Especially since it sits on a turntable, like in the in the back cave. So that's cool. Okay. Alright, put that down for a second. I need some cheese slopes that are red. And red invert. There's one cheese slope. Very hard to find some of these, but we're getting less pieces, so it's getting easier. Oh, the Beauty and the Beast castle will go on it. Ah, there you go. That's cool. I was expecting something better with the Beauty and the Beast castle. I think it's kind of, for the price and everything, I think the size is too small. I think they could have done a lot better, but it is what it is. I was going to get it, and then I kind of saw it, and I was like, it's so, like, the depth is very small, and I was like, no. But hey, if you like it, that's all that matters. One more cheese slip. Come on. Oh, you go over there. Cheese slip. Oh, you just caught it for the double points. So, you're like, it's not that great, but double points, so. It's quite the thing to get for double points, I'll tell you. Oh, just so you know, I'll be posting, next week we'll probably be going back to Disney Springs, the Lego store there. We'll post pictures in the Discord of like what their wall has. We already got some pieces from it that we need for our for Kristen's adventure camp, and then for my my Ewok stuff. But we're gonna go back, I think, and see if there's any more that we might need. I know there's a cheese slope hiding in here, unless it's on the floor. Oh, there's that. He was hiding on the floor. Always check the floor. You never know. Oh. Gotta pull that out so I can put it back in. You have cats and kids, you always gotta check the floor. Cats or kids, something like that. So, alright. So he's back there. Did I drop anything else? Nope, doesn't look like it. So, getting Bryce to bed. Alright, have a good one. Thanks for stopping by as always. Keep on building. That, we need a red one, we need a green one. Hey, it's summertime. He doesn't need to go to bed yet. Excuse me. Oh, I forgot those. But I have them somewhere. I have them. One goes in there. Should be another one. That's a 2x1. Need a 1x1. There it is. Hiding. Oop. Get up there. Ah, there's the other cheese slope. So far so good, except for that one blue 2x4. Kind of odd that I'm missing that. Pretty sure I took that out, but guess not. Alright, bunch of smooths, different colors for the chest. 2x1 goes here. across. Where did I put it? It's back here. The funny thing is, like, this is the only thing that is part of this. This is like a tire iron that's from Lego, and you put it in here, and like everything else. So you get in this set this tire iron along with all the things you see on the all those different wrenches and stuff like that. You don't use any of them. You just need the tire iron. It's so weird. Is that silver? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it has shine to it. Where's the other one? Another hinge piece. Where is it? There it is. It's hiding behind the cord. Is that? It is silver. Okay, just making sure. Man, this has been almost 2 hours already, just because of how long it takes to find the pieces on this desk. That's funny. Well, so be it. Doesn't that silver look cool though? That glow. It's so nice. I'm glad they did that with these things. Oh, I'm gonna move that over there. And build the little belt that has the star. That 2x1 that I had earlier that I was like, oh, I don't need this, I need the white one. But now I need the gray one. There it is. Star. What's supposed to be up there? Oh, that thing. Dark gray. One of a kind piece in this set. Dark gray goes up there. We will end this at 10, and I'll finish this next week. It'll be a lot quicker, but we'll also have something else to work on for next week. There we go. Much better. Yeah, we haven't even. We're just getting to the legs now. All right, so we're gonna put him down, and let's work on one of the legs. We'll, like I said, we'll finish at 10, and then we'll finish this guy up. I didn't think it was gonna take this long, but searching for pieces sometimes does. That's okay. Made things interesting. And I was looking for a piece that I was actually missing, which I find odd that I'm missing that particular piece. So. hind legs, the way they're designed, is really cool though. Alright, so very specific. We want the big one, not the small one. That goes right there. And then these little grips are what allow everything to lock in place. Well, these are the front legs. But these grips are what allow everything to lock into these these arm things. So. Everything has a purpose. Okay. This black one. I need a little. I need 2 of those and a little dark gray one. So I'll put them up there. A little dark gray. 2 by 1. Alright, here's where the fun begins. We need our one of the Technic shafts. It's a 3-inch long one, or 3-inch long, 3 stud long one. These are the brown ones. But it also has the groove in it, so it's an axle. Not an axolotl, but an axle. There it is, right in front of me. Again, they tend to do that. Alright, so putting that on there, and then on here. What this does is this helps makes it stiff whenever the legs move, so that like things are more rigid in order to keep the legs together. And Voltron's, they're actually very hard to move by themselves, but once you put the arms on, then you have leverage and it works. So it's again really interesting ways that they designed everything. So this goes right through. Oops, he's too far forward. There we go. That holds that in place so that we can put the gear on. Two more of these grippy hands. Oh no, I think I put the wrong grippy hands in the bottom there. I have to take this partially apart and put the right ones. Those are for the feet. Oops. Oops, oops, oops. I think I saw that. I just happened to look, but yeah, these are the wrong. So that means that's gonna have to come off somehow. Ooh. That was messy. Best way to get to those. At least they're on the bottom, so if I can get this all off. It's not going to be nice. There we go. That's what I wanted more. There we go. Oh, if that whole back comes off, then I should be able to take this. There we go. That's what I wanted. seal that one back up. Yeah, that would have been funny to be like, oh, it doesn't work, and then try to transform Voltron, and then it wouldn't work at all. Oops. That should all be together now. Back together. This puts this all back together. Alright, there we go. That looks better. Now we're going to put this back. That won't be too hard. Shouldn't be anyway. There we go. Oh, oops. Put that there. Just go right side. This goes there. There we go. Hey, crisis averted. Belt back on. And that ties. Hey, there we go. Alright, we're back to where we need to be. Oh no. Where did those purples go? Those purple pieces that fell out. Not sure where they go. This has turned into a disaster. All because I went too fast. Let's see if I can remove this thing. Ah, that's where they go. Somehow those fell out. Now, purple back in. Woo. Disaster truly averted. It definitely took up more time to fix all that. Alright, there we go. Torso's back. Back there. Continue on with the leg. It's funny that right then I just like noticed and I was like, ah, that's not right. So such is life. First time using one of these. Kind of a similar thing that we just did. See how that pushes against there with the tile, so it's like it starts getting to be a solid connection right there. And the arm, so they can all connect. this is the way they designed this is pretty darn cool. Okay. I may change it, like because I like the idea of them being able to move more free. I may see if I can change it somehow, but we'll see. There's that. Another Lego. Another Technic on that side. So this is where the lines actually connect into this. So right now it's free moving until you put it on here, because this gear will run into this little gear, which doesn't do anything. It just stops it. It's a compression fit. So right now it does not move at all. It's like very hard to move yourself. But as soon as you put the arms on, you can use the leverage, and it makes it so it clicks and goes through. So very interesting. And that's just how they designed it. I think it would be better if they used a slightly different technique to make it work, where the whole, and again, you'll see when we put this on here, you actually have to rotate. You have to take off the sides, the legs, and rotate them for it, as opposed to it being part of the transformation, which they've done with Optimus Prime and Bumblebee now. Maybe they didn't have the technique to do it back then, and now they could. So that's kind of something I do want to change and try to get so it's more seamless, I guess you could say. There we go. So that's solid. All right, we'll finish this up and then we'll be done for the night. Longer finding all them pieces, which I keep dropping on the ground or on the floor. These. This is the shoulder piece right there, nice and smooth. These ones are not flashy, or not, whatever the word is, not shiny. Oops, wrong one. For a second. It's getting a little sore, but that's all right. The show must go on. These do look cool. That makes the shoulders look really neat. Ball joint things that are going to be where the paws go in, or the yeah. Like that. Now we get to build our. Again, I'm gonna make sure to do these the proper way. Get them backwards, then it won't look right. Great. There we go. Both of those snap in there. Goes like this. And then we put the foot on. And we'll be done for tonight. We'll finish the rest up next week. And if we got time, we'll do build something else too that I got at the flea market last week, but you know, we'll see. That one's upside down. We need a right side up. There we go. Yep. Nope. That one's upside down. Here's the ones that are right side up. Those are all upside down. Up. There we go. This whole thing. Whoops. All the arms go in right there. There we go. Done. All right. Whew. So that went way longer than I was expecting. So, but that's all right. We'll be able to finish this up next week pretty easily. I mean, we don't have nearly as many pieces, and the rest of it is just kind of like doing the exact same thing that we just did. So, but yeah. So there we go. This is what Voltron is so far. There's the underneath. Oops. I gotta put the tire iron back in there. It was in there. So tomorrow, like I said, tomorrow is going to be review with Krista and Marcella, and go over what happened in last night's episode, which was pretty interesting. So until tomorrow, as always, keep on building, and we'll see ya. Take it easy.